eyes, Exodia's left arm, Exodia's right arm, Exodia's left leg, Exodia's right leg, and then Jojo Siwa's head. Boom, put it right there. And she's dancing, she's doing the Macarena in 3D, spin her around, and then throw her into a volcano, a volcano at Volcano Bay in Orlando, Florida, because that's where she needs to be, because she deserves a day off, because she's fucking working every day. She's a strong woman. Ethan, give me like the quickest bit you've ever heard in your life.
You didn't say Goblins.
Oh, Goblins. Welcome
go.
to Guys to Goblins. We're a D&D podcast. We do silly stuff. And we also, if this were a college and our main degree was Dungeons and Dragons, we would be majoring, we'd be minoring in JoJo Siwa.
Yeah, I just didn't like that. Hey guys, it's me, Ethan. This is Osmosis Jones. Enhance. This is Osmosis Jones. Hunter?
I can't think of like a funny bit.
All right, next. Cool, you lost it.
Sorry.
Chris?
This is the pill from Osmosis Jones. Enhance.
Yep.
Enhance.
Yep.
This is the pill from Osmosis Jones.
Nice.
Bradley makes me blue.
Whoa!
Roll the intro.
I'm running from the city where iron scrapes the sky. The garbage and neon, poison, rats and flies. The highway sign burning just outside. I'm running from the I'm running from the those hellhounds feel just off my heels.
And we're back. Thank you very much. So, last week... Hey, Ethan.
Sorry.
Ethan.
Last week. 15 minutes ago.
Yeah, 10, 15 minutes ago, last week on the Book of Castus, Part 1,
Whoa.
Chapter 1,
Whoa.
overarching Chapter 1, right? And then last week was Part 1, this week Part 2, and then we're not going to do Book of Castus for a while until I need to reveal something very secret to you guys. But anyway, last week on Book of Castus, we got to meet Jorgen. We got to meet Dalen. We got to meet Faith, his mother. And we got to meet Tombo and that little demon child that was being trained by Jorgen. Castus is leaving for Darkwatch to enlist in the Montane Republic military as a fog runner. Dalen will be accompanying him. So that is where we are going to start. You guys ready? I don't think we have a choice. Okay. Well, we fast forward in time to you and Dalen on your way to Darkwatch. Faith packed you both way too much fucking food. And if that wasn't enough, she packed that sending stone, which you forgot in your luggage, that continuously goes off every hour with extremely sweet messages that get more and more desperate anytime you don't respond. You've passed a green batch of recruits on their way to the front line to the south. But other than that, it's been quite peaceful. You are a 2 days ride away from Darkwatch, and you are approaching the Senator's Forest, named posthumously from a corrupt group of lawmakers who used its dense cover to do dark rituals decades ago. Ooh. We begin and snap back into D&D consciousness as you hear your mother over your sending stone saying, it has been more than 6 hours since you last responded to me, Castus. It is time to answer me. Oh my god, I think I'm about to run out of words. Ah!
How many words do I get, Dad? 25?
I think 30 words.
Oh, okay. Hey, Mom, it's Castus. We're still on the wagon. We're 2 days out. We're going around through into the Senator's Forest. I don't really know. It's really nice out, and I don't know. I don't know what else to say. How many words do I?
Really good. You guys are both on a horse-drawn, uncovered wagon with 2 horses in front of you, sitting on the bench, just making your merry way. The temperature is a little bit cooler, even though you're farther down in elevation because of the dense cover of this forest. You guys are continuing on.
He's just kind of like,
There's a moment, there's a pause, and then your father, Dalen, smiles, brushes back with one hand, still holding the reins, brushes back his white hair and pulls out his beard and turns to you. Castus, you are 16. You've had your first drink. You are a man now.
sure, okay.
Yes. Well, I don't suspect you will encounter anything like this during your time. And the war, of course, is coming to a close. But I wanted to share a story with you. A story, you're familiar, I've told you, of Brian's Reef, when we had to quell the piracy coming out of Brian's Reef. Well, there are individuals that have information and they wish to keep that information a secret. And I was a young man and I was ambitious. And I wanted to make a name for myself. And I intercepted with Jürgen some pirates who had information that your father needed, well, the Montaigne needed. And they weren't willing to give it up to me. So what do? I have to get this information out of them. I turn to a discreet method. I take this dagger here and I tell the pirate, I tell him, I'm going to stab you with poison tip. Get a vial. This vial does not have poison in it. Pretend to dip it, the tip of the dagger, into this poison. Approach the pirate. I have them tied up. And I ask, and no answer is given, despite the threat. But when I plunge my dagger into the leg of this pirate, he share this information, thinking I have cure for poison. Your father lied to this man to serve the Republic.
I got your message. Thank you very much. You hear from your sending stone.
Yeah, you'll have to respond to her again. I tell you this, sorry. I know I can get sidetracked. I tell you this to impart something upon you. There is nothing glorious about the horrible things that we must do in this line of work, except if you are to alleviate the suffering of individuals. That situation could have gone much worse, and I found a creative way, like you did during our sparring, to problem solve. I don't know, I feel compelled to tell you this, to apologize. I know this is not the vision of your father that you've probably held.
That's okay. I mean, I figured you were out there doing stuff that was like probably not that great. I mean, it is like a wartime. And like, I don't know, I've seen like some bad things. Like when that farmer had that fall and like his back hit the wagon and his like liver or something was like spilling out the side. That was crazy. Mom wouldn't let me stay very long. But like I've seen stuff, but I get it. I mean, if getting information helped others and all you had to do was stab a guy in the leg, I mean, I feel like there's probably people out there that have done a lot worse to get information out of somebody. Like Mom when she tickles me. I would rather be stabbed in the leg.
He nudges you playfully. Yes, there probably are worse things that are done, and there probably was some suffering alleviated, but I still made that decision. And I hope, if you wish to follow in my footsteps, you emerge from this a better man than I.
Okay. I'll do my best. I mean, the road ahead is long, and there are many paths that I will have to choose to take, but I will look at those paths for the outline of your feet and decide for myself if I should walk in them or not.
I like that. There are many paths, many threads to follow. Beautifully said, my son.
Thanks. Should write that down, honestly. And he like goes for his journal, and then he like kind of like leans back and he like puts his feet like kind of stretched out, does like a quick little like back cracker, and then he just like kind of looks at you. He just goes, "Dad, can I ask you a question?"
Of course, son.
And you have to be like honest with me.
I will. Yes.
And you see he like turns like a couple pages. Give me a perception check, Chris.
What?
16.
Nice.
Plus.
You like do a quick glance at like whatever page he just flipped to, and it's a like really like quick drawing of you from the backside, and it just says armor with cape ? And then he just like kind of looks up to you, and like you're thinking this is gonna be like a serious like we just had this like serious talk.
Yeah.
And he like glances up at you and he goes, "Do we think the cape is necessary with the armor, or is that like it's like because I was talking to Jorgen about it, and Jorgen says that you need the cape."
This is customary, my boy. And he ruffles your hair a little bit.
He just starts like taking notes and asking you questions about like how does the cape help at all. I feel like it hinders you.
As Dalen, you're ruffling your son's hair. This cute moment's happening. I just wanted to say something. So, just to the table, there are some times where our brains do fucking crazy things. Our brains are some of the most fascinating things in our universe, I would say. We automatically store and collect data from past experiences. We are unable to explain it, but sometimes our bodies react before our minds can process what just happened. Suddenly, Dalen, your arm shoots out in front of Castus's face. You catch something hard. You and Castus both look over at your hand. Clutching an arrow, blood slowly dripping from a wound opened by the arrowhead grazing your palm. 3 figures directly in front of your wagon slowly approach from the woods, each wearing their Athacinian Bannerlord colors. Freshly cut shackles attached to their wrists, escaped POWs you quickly put together, charging at your wagon. Dalen, one of these people just tried to kill your son. Castus, you don't even process what's happening in this moment. All you see is the tip of an arrow inches from your forehead. And I'm going to ask Dalen, what would you like to do?
All this happens in a flash of an instant. The arrow's caught his eye, washes a trickle of blood. The arrow breaks in his hand, shatters. As he pushes his son into the back of the cart, yelling, "Castus, stay down!" He leaps as the horses stop, down onto the ground, unsheathing his sword. As his hand begins to glow, staring in the distance at an individual with a bow. He reaches out, and in the flash of an instant, a 3rd level guiding bolt, shimmering the berry bush colors, slams into this archer as they are illuminated and possibly dead. Dalen.
It not only slams into them, it slams through them, leaving a cannonball-like hole.
It dissipates in the distance, and your father is in one place. You see the flick of his wrist once again as his form is illuminated, and he moves at a pace that is unnatural as his form is illuminated, and he dispatches these individuals in the distance in the flash of an eye.
You, the scene from your perspective, Castus, you're suddenly put down in the back of this wagon, and as you lift your head up, in a blink of an eye, you see the dark mass of your father outlined in this bluish silver lumina berry blue. Move over to one of these adversaries, an older half-elf looking man in the distance, and suddenly you see your father's figure, and then you see his head quickly rolling off in the distance, and before you can even follow his movement to the other adversary, there is your father's greatsword put completely through this elderly wizard-looking dude, through his gut, completely through his spine, as your father pulls the blade from out of this guy's body, and he falls to the side. And he looks at you, Castus. What would you like to do? Combat is already over.
Castus, like watching that, making eye contact, Castus immediately doesn't get up fully, but reaches his arm over and grabs the tip of the arrow that was shattered, and grabs it, and then immediately does a scan of the area, trying to see if there's a 4th person.
Give me a perception roll investigation with advantage. Flat roll. I'm gonna say you get a +4 because you're a smart kid.
12.
12. Okay. You don't see anything, but you swear you hear a twig breaking, just to your left, in the distance.
Castus, holding the tip of the arrow, reaches into his satchel, quickly, and pulls out a kind of shitty slingshot, and loads the arrow, and just does a kind of pop up look at you, and then just in the direction that he heard that, just and then like goes flat. Like as he shoots it, just so that you know the direction that he just heard something.
Dalen, you see your son with his craftiness not hit anything. You just hear like a as it hits a branch and moves forward. Yep. And no, just
Yeah.
it's explosive. And you look over in that general direction, and you see a young tiefling with his hands up. Moving into both of your line of sight. He is wearing Athacinian Bannerlord colors from Aloria. Seems like a common soldier. He wears his armor like almost like open, where like his chest hair's coming out. Seems like a little swashbuckly. His horns not too long, with a gold ring attached at the tip. And Hunter, please take it from here.
Good thing you said that, because Chris was about to be like, I rip his spine out of his
Fucking
body.
Yeah, it's funny that you say that.
Yeah. He's fucking Chris hits the Johnny Cage and just fucking hits him in the testicles.
And Hunter, you go ahead and leave after that.
And then split him in half.
Yeah.
Yep.
Don't hurt me. Don't. I surrender. Surrender.
There's a moment you look over and you see this person emerge. You see your father. His white hair is almost a shadowy outline, but you can tell that his white hair in this illuminated glow, this berry bush glow around his body, he's covered in blood, and so is part of his face. His weapon, you hear, and you see it in multiple places, the weapon, as he sprints over with a divine smite ready. And he is right behind you, tiefling individual. And he hesitates.
Castus jumps up and goes, wait.
Hot breath.
And Castus like slowly like hops out of the cart, like looking at you, slowly walking forward, and just like, I don't think he's going to hurt anybody.
I wasn't part of the ambush. So good.
Castus will look for a bow on the ground from the other three bodies.
You see the one with the giant hole in his chest.
Mhm.
The body still twitching as its
Has
eyes
the
are in the back
he
there.
has the bow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Still clutching it.
I like look to you. This is the one with the bow. The arrow couldn't have come from him. I don't even think he has any weapons on him.
You have a small axe on your hip.
I have a small axe on my hip. Please, if you want, you can take it from me.
Cass just like kind of like slow jogs up, and like looks to you and just like, I'm gonna grab it. If you try to touch me, he will kill you. And I like grab the
Very
axe.
much understood. Can I put together that these are family relatives by looking at them?
Give me an insight roll, and we'll just say you get a flat +4.
I do the Legend of Zelda thing.
17.
Okay. Yeah.
So we're all good. Yeah, we're all good.
Can I
Right.
keep the axe? I'm gonna keep
Sure.
it regardless, but
Yeah. Keep the axe.
he like slides it, like taps it down.
Yeah, you look over at Dalen, and you still hear the thrum of his greatsword that he's holding now in a single hand, and the hot breath. He has his face turned a little ways from Castus, not to show him the rage and the blood, and a puff of air emits as the divine smite dissipates. Your clothes ripple, and the sword falls into the ground, and Dalen takes a knee as the haste drops.
Can I put my hands down? Yeah.
I wouldn't just yet.
Understood.
How about you come stand over here next to me real quick?
Okay. Yeah. Sure. Sorry.
I like
about everything.
I'll like walk over to Dalen and kind of like put my hand out to like help you get up.
Grabs.
helps him get up, and I turn around, kind of like in front of Dalen, and I just, are you from Athikine?
Yeah. Fuck. Bradley, cut this out. Because I'm a fool. Eloya, slums is bad. Look, I don't. Colors, I don't care about it really. Look, things went bad, then things went okay. I wasn't part of any of it. I swear. I wasn't. What's your name?
Me? Dale.
Right, Dale. I'm Kevin.
Dude.
Look, we're just a family trying to get on your way, and I'm just a man on my way. Right?
Feel a sensation come over both of you as within an area you see an illumination in the grass and dirt of a circle, again with that berry bush color reflection as Zone of Truth is dropped.
No, fuck. I have to make a save.
We're casting spells.
I have to make a save.
Yes.
Damn, I blew on it. That's my bad. It's a
That's
19.
a natural 19.
It's a 19. You probably
Right.
save. I think Dalen's save would be 18.
Yeah.
So you're like a level fucking 12.
Yeah.
So-
It's still, I think, still like
It's still probably
yeah,
18,
It would be,
yeah.
it would,
Like-
yeah, 18 is like base with 20. I
Okay.
think.
you'd have to be over 20 in whatever spellcasting modifier.
Okay.
Look, I'm just a man down on his luck, and you are people who are not. They thought you were. Apparently they were wrong. I was back there. I could have just left. I made a mistake.
Am I also in the Zone of Truth?
Yeah.
Natural 19.
That's
oh my
crazy.
God.
It
Okay.
doesn't work.
Hey.
Yeah.
After you say that, it's just, I mean, we might be down on our luck too.
Okay. Sure, yeah. Of course, I terribly... sorry.
He never does that.
Okay.
This is the first time I've ever seen him fight.
I believe that.
We're just humble farmers.
That I do not believe. I can see the colours you wear, which of course I'm not presuming, because then you would probably presume me.
I'm wearing brown, I think. I do a quick look. Hey, quick question. What's up with this? And I point to your open chest region on the armor. I feel like that's either a design flaw or maybe a personal thing that you probably shouldn't do, because that's prime area for stabbing.
It's for character, you know?
Hey, what? You said your name was Kevin?
Yes,
Cool.
I did.
Hey, Kevin. Steve. I gesture to you. Steve, Kevin, Steve. We're going to Darktoe. Unfortunately, it would seem that you are a prisoner. Darkwatch.
Well, I was, right? I was.
Well, you are still in the Montane Republic.
I don't have to be. That's the thing. I can be anywhere, and you can tell me where you want me to go, and as long as it's not back to Darkwatch, that's fine.
You were already at Darkwatch. So you escaped from Darkwatch, is what I'm figuring out. Piecing together, one would say.
You're a very astute young man.
People tell me that all the time. You would be very surprised.
I'm assuming that this is your boy, sir. Steve? Yes, Steve. You look quite similar.
Whoa. Just because I am Shadar-kai and he is Shadar-kai does not mean that we are related. I mean, if I saw another tiefling, I wouldn't say, "Oh, is that your brother?"
You see a dead tiefling, the wizard.
Yeah,
Oh my
I turn, I look,
It's
and
a very old tiefling.
I immediately go, "Oh my god, is that your brother?"
Okay, fine. You know what? Fine. Look, I can. You go that way. I just go that way. things will go out perfect. We don't ever have to meet again or anything. You don't have to speak of me. I don't have to speak of you. It'll be beautiful.
How about this?
And then you get to let
I pull
free
a
man
piece of-
free.
I pull a piece of paper out and I say, "Turn around." And I like push you and I put it on your back, and I start writing out an agreement. And it says, "I will not fight for the country of Athakine, and I will forfeit any claims to the city of Aloria." And like basically just him saying like, "I denounce Athakine and I will live my life as a freeloader in the wilds." And then he like presents the document to you.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
It says
yeah.
that
Uh-huh,
you will not-
I will. Yes.
Good.
Give me ink. You know,
I have charcoal.
charcoal. Perfect. Honestly,
All right, here, and I like put it on my back and hand you the pencil.
look over at Steve.
Sign the document, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hold on to this, and then we're going to bring it. And I mean, like, you don't know Steve, man, but he's got some pull,
Kevin.
so he'll know.
Kevin Miller.
Cool. I like take it. I like look at it.
Perfect.
Kevin Miller.
It's my last name. Right? Well, you're born with it, right?
Sure.
Okay.
I tuck it away. Then I like look to you. Now that you have denounced
Can
Athakine, you do need to take the armor off.
Fair.
Just the armor. Anything underneath, like the regular clothes, good.
I can,
Keep that.
I
Just
can
the
put
armor.
my hands down and do this.
Yes. Yep. I pick it up. I like look at you, and I like toss it to the side. Okay. I think you can be on your way. Steve, is this okay?
Yes, soldier.
Now remember, Kevin. Don't follow people like this. And I like point to the dead bodies. This was obviously the wrong choice.
Yeah, well, they kind of just help me. You know what? Never mind. Look,
Do you know any of their names? For like record's sake, so we can, when we get to Darkwatch, we can be like, hey, these three.
I could. In
You know
all-
one of them. One of them was Quincy. He was the tiefling that brought you into the escape plane.
No.
You don't?
Quincy.
The tiefling?
Yes.
See, he knew the other tiefling.
You see the zone of truth again as your clothes kind of ripple. It goes back into Dalen. He picks the great sword up, sheathes it, hops back onto the wagon.
I extend my hand out to you. Kevin?
Kevin. Yes.
Cool. I'm going to rob your dead friends. I'm sorry. And I like walk over and I start looking through all of their shit. I'll grab the bow. I grab any other weapons that they had. If they had any kind of like paper on them, like if the wizard guy had like another book or anything, he takes that. And then he's just walking back to the wagon with like all of their shit. Including his armor.
You find a journal on the tiefling, like detailing his journeys, and he kind of writes like a writer, and is extremely dramatic. And like as you see the stories, like all of them are titled like all was quiet on the southern front. My battle with the beasts of the Montaigne.
I throw all the stuff in the back. I hop up in the back of the cart, like not up front with him, for a second, and just kind of like flip thumb through the book, realizing it's an account of his things. I go to the escape part and look for names and see if I can see any names along the lines of Kevin.
I do have it. There is no Kevin. At all.
Is there anything within? If there's anything close to Kevin?
Here, give me 1 second. I did give them names. No, nothing with a K. You see Fence, Quincy, and Tats.
What is it?
Fence, Quincy, and Tats.
And Tats.
Yeah.
I like thumb, like holding my place in the book, like hop up in the back and kind of like walk and then step over into the
And
front little
then,
bench.
sorry, you also see an added, like almost an afterthought, Finn, and then just a bunch of question marks near him, and says, "Don't know if he's cool."
Yeah. I like seeing him run in the distance. I like look up and I go, Finn, like really loud. Does he stop? He stops for a second.
Stops for a second. Starts sprinting
Yeah.
even harder.
I like close the book. I like put it in my satchel. I like turn to you. Yeah, his name was Finn. I don't think yours on the truth work.
No, I don't think it did.
Well, hey, first things first. I know we just talked about like the really bad stuff. I'm not gonna lie, I blacked out a little bit. Really didn't come back to consciousness until after all that happened. But super cool. For one, you're a great fighter. That was really cool to see. Never really got to see that. Second thing, oh my god, holy shit, holy fuck, oh my god. So much blood and gore. Holy shit. And he like, it's like all processing for him because he's just so
Give me a
scatterbrained.
Constitution saving
Yeah,
throw.
he's just so scatterbrained. 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You blow chunks.
Yeah, I like turn to the side and like do like a quick like.
He rubs your back.
Yeah, and I like turn and then I'm like, okay, and we're back and we're good. Okay, is it cool if I sit in the back of the wagon for like an hour or two and look through their weapons and see if maybe I can like write some of their stuff down? I don't know. I just need a second to kind of just process in my own way what I just witnessed. Also, I'm sorry I let that guy go, but I really didn't want to see him die up close. Not yet, you know. I haven't been enlisted yet. Gotta wait for that, I would say. I'm talking too much, aren't I? And then he like pops up and he like kind of like does like a little like shuffles into the back and like sits down and then just kind of like goes like. He's like very much having a panic attack.
Oh, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
he's very much
That's a
and is
lot.
trying to like
Yeah.
process everything through words and
Yeah.
it's not
Goodness.
helping. It's just making it kind of worse. And then he
Yeah.
just like you see he like grabs his journal and like lays it out and he like kind of like rips like 2 pages out, spreads it out in front of him and just like grabs the bow and then like the hand axe and places it and just starts like sketching them. And you see like after like a minute he like almost completely calms down, like just from sitting there and like analyzing objects and sketching them and like writing like how their parts work and shit. And then after like an hour he's just like, okay, I think I'm good now.
You hear from the Sending Stone. Just checking in. Everything going okay?
I like grab the sending stone. I like look at you. Hey mom, we're doing really good. Ran into some guys wanting to sell us some stuff. Obviously, Dad said no to a couple of them. Bought some things from one guy. So yum.
Very nice. Very nicely done.
And I like turn to you and like kind of like. I don't think she'd like to hear that just yet.
Dalen's a bit quiet in contemplation as well for
Mhm.
what he just made his son witness as he rushes the cart on forward.
Damn. As you guys continue on, you eventually start to approach the great fortress of Darkwatch. And while you're, I'd say, just a couple of miles outside of the outer gates of this great fortress bored into the mountains, a battalion of seasoned troops make their way to the southern front, passing you guys on the path into Darkwatch. Castus, this is your first time seeing like actual seasoned warriors who had just come from battle. It couldn't be more different from the new recruits you saw earlier in your travels. Their eyes are distant, their bandages are bloodied, and there is an eerie silence as Darkwatch's low droning horns honor their departure in this. The great walls of Darkwatch are made of iron and stone. Its outer walls have been converted into an infirmary, spilling into the muddied ground. Screams of pain can be heard from within these old buildings, and drill instructors train the green recruits on combat magic. Up into the mountain, the inner fortress increases in density with intimidating buildings crafted with brutalist architectural style meant to invoke authority. As you pass, officers salute your father over and over again as you guys are pushing further into this fortress. The atmosphere is hectic, and through the noise, a young man runs up to the cart and says, "Sir, Calric, Admiral Bravin requests an audience with you. Stat, he says it's important."
Yes, of course, yes. And he'll dismount if that's like his prerogative and start making his way.
He says, "Okay," and he takes a swig of water, and then literally just starts sprinting back. And then you realize before you head in that direction, it is going to be it's going to be up there. You're going to have to walk pretty far. You realize he's going to need some guidance on where to go next.
Castus is already like getting out of the cart and like grabbing like all of his things, and then just looks for like the nearest soldier and just goes, "Excuse me, sir."
Wait, my son. And he'll walk over to you. He'll put a hand on your shoulder, and instinctively kind of like wipe some of the dried blood off his face, blink a couple times, and he'll give you instructions. "I will meet you when I am done. Yes?"
"Yes."
"Okay." "Oh, okay." And he'll make his way with the other individual.
You hear him go, "Excuse me, sir," to like the random soldier again.
Yes.
Who like walks up. Do you have like a really big bag maybe? Or like a big piece of like a blanket that I could wrap all of this in?
Are you
I'm a
you
new
a soldier?
recruit. No, I'm a new recruit.
Oh, in that case, drop your shit and give me 20.
Oh.
I am officer name guy.
I am not.
I am Officer Baranetti.
I am not yet a recruit.
Drop it and give it 20 or you will not be a recruit, maggot.
I'm a civilian.
Well, drop it and give me 20 or get the fuck out of my fortress.
This is your fortress?
Well, then... Christ almighty. Do you want me to get your father?
I go like this. Obviously Cassius has been around military people.
Yeah.
Can he tell based on the armor like what level this guy is?
This is like a
he's just
drill
like-
instructor.
He's just like a drill instructor?
Yeah. Who would be working in recruitment, getting you to work with.
Okay. I go like this and I go, "It is not your fort, but I do respect your standing, sir. I am very sorry." And he like puts all the stuff down carefully, doesn't just drop it. And then he like turns, does like the little salute, and then he just goes, "So sorry for any inconvenience. I do apologize for asking too much of you in terms of a bag. I will find it myself. Very sorry, sir. I will now drop and give you 20." And I sit and like crisscross applesauce, and I go,
No, this is... How old are you, boy? This is not a tiny classroom, no.
"Sir."
It's a push-up. A push-up.
"Oh, you didn't say that. You just said
When
20.
I say 20, you think I would mean... I would mean a timeout where you silently...
I haven't been here before.
Christ, did not steal my shirt. Okay.
I am a man of logistics. You have to say 20 push-ups.
20 push-ups.
Okay, thank you. And I like immediately just go into like...
We're gonna time skip a little bit as that poor man.
Hey, he just said 20.
Yeah, well,
20 what? Donkeys?
Maybe. So
Give me 20 apples. I don't have.
You
20
have been
apples.
debriefed on a brand new secret operation that is going to be conducted, and you need to make way to Fort Spire immediately to assist in the planning of this. So you are immediately dispatched over to Fort Spire. And as you come down from your meeting, it's been a couple hours. Castus is outside, joining the other recruits now, running in circles around this giant muddied track field, in his like just like peasant shorts and a peasant tank top, and everyone is running. The same guy that you saw earlier is just yelling at Castus. But you realize that you are not going to be able to stick around here. You need to leave like 5 minutes ago. So as you're passing Castus, I'm going to give you an opportunity to say whatever you'd like to him.
He'll whistle over like this to his son, and his eyes are kind of like darting around and also kind of staring into nothing. He's looking up at the mountains and whatnot as the sun approaches. Cassis.
Sir.
Yeah, it's okay. I have to go. I have to go to Fort Spire. There is something important that I need to deal with. You will do great, and I love you very much.
Thank you, sir. And then he like kind of like leans in. I love you as well. And he like goes back to like standing up straight, like proper position. And then he kind of like does like a quick like glance over his shoulder, looks back at you. Is the drill instructor looking?
No.
Yes, okay. And then I like quickly like give you a hug, and then like very quickly like as you like pat my back like once, like kind of like push off and like do like a quick like glance over. I don't want to do push-ups again. I've been doing them all week. That guy does not like me.
You'll attempt to pull away, and he's holding you,
Mhm.
and you can feel like a little shakiness in his hand, as he relinquishes you. Yes, yes, I love you, my boy. I will see you soon. Yeah, okay, Cassis. Yes, and he turns.
Noticing the like shakiness a little bit, Cassis like as he like turns away, just like tries to like throw like a light thing in, kind of like to like make him do that like casual, you know, the usual chuckle when I say something stupid, and just goes like oh yeah, just goes like, make sure your cape doesn't get dirty, and then he'll like do like a quick like check to see if that made him feel any better.
Hey, the hulking form of your father
Yeah.
just continues to walk.
Yeah, and he just kind of like goes like, and turns around and like rejoins the group.
Calric!
And is like, I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry, sir. I mean, your superior called me over. What do you want from me? Keeps running.
You continue to run. Very, very well done, boys. We're going to move into a bit of a montage as the music
it's
swells.
pronounced Montaigne.
Montaigne.
Damn me up. Damn me up.
No, you're not.
Damn me up.
You know the inspiration I gave you last session?
No.
It's gone.
I don't remember that. I don't remember that.
Anti-inspiration.
I don't remember that at all.
You spend the next 3 months excelling at being a fog runner. And to give a little bit of background information on what that is, due to Athakine's ability to intercept arcane messages, fog runners act as the communicators between the front lines and command. You spend your days on horseback and on foot, making multiple trips to the front lines. As you continue your duties, you hear over and over again how the Montaigne Republic is getting closer and closer to ending this war, similar to your father, but with a little more gravitas. But every time you visited the front lines, the battlefield hasn't moved an inch. Even still, you have been regarded under high esteem. Your time there was certainly frustrating, You've been denied a frontline combat role on multiple occasions, even though you've proved yourself time and time again. Instead, you have been promoted to drill instructor, even outranking that man who's been bullying you, and you've had a lot of fun with that. You have been one of the youngest drill instructors ever promoted, ever to do it, helping new recruits find their footing. And then, one day, the constant bragging of the Montaigne's might finally found some merit. A celebration was held at Darkwatch. The mages of the Republic had successfully destroyed military assets in the capital city of Eloria. Reports say that civilian casualties were little to none, and their operation was so successful that it's spreading to other military assets deep within Athakine. Double rations were given, and a long weekend of celebrations kept Darkwatch awake late into the night. And for the next month, everything seemed as if it were winding down, and that peace would finally be achieved. Your father would finally be able to retire. For your father was in the capital city of Fortspire and requested that you join him in a few days' time. But before that could come into fruition, some things changed. Castus, 3 days after joining as a fog runner, your day started out normal as any other day. You attended your higher-ups debriefing, trained the newest batch of recruits, and wound down at the fortress's tavern. On your way back to your quarters, you suddenly felt something shift in the air. Although the sun was still out, the northern horizon began to darken, as the sun seemed as if it were disappearing altogether. People around the fortress began to look outward, confused at what was going on. A low demonic bellowing can be heard all around you. And suddenly, you hear your mother burning a hole in your pocket on the sending stone you've kept on you, even against your mentor's wishes. And you hear her begin to say, "Castus, are you..." And for the first time ever, your sending stone doesn't finish the message. She is cut off. As you look down and you realize that the berry bush glow that was illuminating the insignias is completely dead. And then again, a mage training a recruit begins to yell at the recruit, "How are you unable to cast Firebolt, you fucking idiot?" And you turn around to see the recruit repeating the incantation over and over again, unable to cast this spell, and the mage training him scoffs and attempts to do the same. But nothing happens. And as he begins to yell the incantation in frustration over and over again to no avail, you are distracted by a fog runner on horseback, sprinting through the outer gates, tired, sweating, out of breath, and he is screaming over and over again, "There's an army at Fortspire! It's like they appeared out of fucking thin air! They're gonna take the city!" Everyone freezes for a moment. What do you do?
I stare off into the distance towards Fort Spire. Think to myself that I know for a fact that my father is currently there. And I run up to the guy on horseback and I yank him off the horse down onto the ground. And I jump up onto the horseback and I take no weapon. I just have maybe a shitty short sword, but no actual military issued weapon.
I'm gonna say you have Finn's axe or something.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
And I just start booking it towards Fort Spire.
Okay. You ride hard and fast towards the capital city of the Montaigne Republic. Through the Senator's Forest, the sky begins to darken, and the color begins to disappear from the world as you get closer and closer. After some time, you ride hard into the valley. As you reach a clearing, you begin to see the source of all of this disruption. A gigantic black hole is on the horizon, directly in the massive capital city, sucking buildings, trees, and light itself at a rapid pace. Still, you are way too far away. But to your left, on the cliffside, you swear you see a strange creature scaling the mountain, but you quickly dismiss it and continue onward. You continue forward, thinking of nothing but your father. Your horse grows tired, but you push her past her limit. 2 hours into your journey, you are able to see the picture clearer. A massive battle has broken out. All the while, the black hole grows larger and larger. And as you're looking at it, fixating on it, only about maybe 30 minutes away, you're watching this giant abrasion in reality itself growing and growing and growing, and then suddenly it's gone completely. And what remains is the absence of Fort Spire's silver skyline. Fort Spire, once an unshakable bastion of the Montaigne Republic, had been reduced to a smoldering ruin. The once imposing outer walls now lay in a crumbled heap of stone and iron, their defensive runes flickering weakly before fading into nothingness. Thick, acrid smoke filled the air, carrying the scent of burnt wood, scorched metal, and something far worse, the unmistakable stench of death. And you can't even stop to process what's going on, because suddenly your sending stone begins working again, almost as if it was turned on in a brief moment. And you hear essentially the end of the message that started hours ago. And you hear your mother's voice say, "Okay, something is happening. Please be..." And you hear this weird disturbance as the sending stone attached to your belt suddenly increases in weight as it begins to vibrate. Your mother's voice becomes distorted. Castus, I hate you, son. You're nothing, you're weak. And the stone begins to glow an eerie green and becomes hot to the touch. You are nothing. It begins to burn your hand as acids.
Oh.
No, go for it.
I was just gonna say, Castus grabs it and just full tunnel vision just drops it off the side of the horse.
As you drop it off of the side of the horse, as your horse just sprinting at a massive pace, you look back for a moment from the corner of your eye, and you see that this stone tablet has turned the ground into a pool of acid as it eats into slowly down layer by layer through sedimentary rock all the way seemingly into the core of the earth. Not understanding what's going on, you fucking continue forward.
Yeah.
And then finally you come up upon the crest of the hill, only a mile away from the destroyed capital city. There are thousands of people fighting, Montaigne Republic and Athacanians alike. And to your horror, you see what you can only describe as wild magic incarnate all around the scene. Cones of fire sprang upward into the clouds, people vanishing suddenly, explosions, blood everywhere, the ground swallowing hundreds of soldiers whole, and worst of all, these horrid insectoid-like creatures seem to appear from thin air all around the city and battlefield, mauling everything in their path. But you continue on, as your father would. You sprint through the carnage, seeing horrors that you've never fucking imagined. These anomalies tear apart people, limb from limb. A man is literally melting before your eyes, mixing in with the blood of the battlefield. A mage, directly in front of you, through no reason, is clutching his face frantically, and then when he turns around, you realize that his face is completely gone. He grabs a dagger and starts stabbing at his face, cutting a hole where his mouth would be, trying to get some air. You dodge arrows flying at you from either direction. You're covered in dirt, blood, and death, and then suddenly you are thrown forward from your horse. You land hard as the wind gets knocked out of you. You look behind you to see those creatures, piercing their sharp, opaque appendages into the animal's flesh, and your horse is screaming in absolute pain until its bitter death. You muster all of your strength to keep moving, and then that's when you see him. Atop a mound of corpses, both human and monsters alike, stood Dalen Calric. His armor was shattered, his body battered and bleeding, yet he still held his ground, making sure that wounded soldiers and people and civilians could make their way deeper into the city where part of it was intact. Goddamn. And you see him cleaving through anything that dared approach. His breath came in ragged gasps, but his stance never wavered. He was a shade bearer, a man who stared death in the face countless times before, and he would not fall so easily. Castus, what do you do? You are half a football field from your father.
Castus begins like picking up the pace, pushing through all the pain, and kind of not clocking like how exhausted his body is and how thick the air around him is, and goes to yell for his father and say his name, and no words come out, just like a raspiness at first. Him having just been heavy breathing for the last hour maybe, and finally is able to like cough up some phlegm and coat his throat just enough to scream, Father!
Dalen, you hear your son's voice through all the carnage, and as you quickly make quick work out of one of these insectoids, and use guiding bolt yet again to destroy another, you make direct eye contact with your son, and tell me what face are you making as you see your son?
The horror of this moment was heavy, but shoulderable for this man, a man of duty. When he looks over amidst the carnage and the chaos and he sees his son, his bravery falters and fear envelops him.
Suddenly, an unfamiliar sound fills both of your senses. You hear as a hulking, translucent anomaly heaves its body at the fabric of space and time, emerging into this realm directly next to Dalen Calric, leaving a rift behind. In a blur of a moment, the creature vanished, slipping between spaces like a phantom, and when it reappeared, it was already behind Dalen. Dalen spun, his sword flashing through the air with lightning-like speed, carving through the beast's throat in a single practiced motion. But it was too late. A spear-like appendage had already punched through his chest, and for the first time, the unshakable shade-bearer faltered. His blade slipped from his fingers, clattering against the stone. His breath hitched as blood bubbled up from his lips, his knees buckling. Castus could only watch in horror as his father, his invincible, unbreakable father, collapsed onto the battlefield. The monsters paid him no mind. The war had already moved past him. Castus, what do you do?
Castus will run up, and like, as he's like kind of like about to like fall over to the ground, kind of like grab him and like gently lay him down, and like grab his sword, and kind of like put it to his chest, being like, "You're okay. You're okay. It probably looks. It probably feels a lot worse than it looks. You're going to be fine." And he's like trying to like apply pressure on it, and is like grabbing like random rags and like ripping parts of his like pants off to like apply pressure to the wound, and it's just like looking at him like shaking, not paying any mind to any of the things happening around him, just full tunnel vision on the situation in front of him. And it's just like, yeah, you need to breathe. Hold this. I think I have maybe some like medicinal rub somewhere, unless I maybe forgot it. And he just looks into your eyes for a second and kind of like pushes into you a little bit. Finally, like almost giving in to his own exhaustion, but then like blinking out of it and then looking back to you, like, what do I do on his face?
Gurgling blood lathers his throat and spills out the sides of his mouth, coating his white beard in red as his bloodshot eyes look around at nothing, as if he's trying to grasp the moment or the vision, and he finally locks eyes with his son.
You see the tears falling from Castus's face.
Take it, son. And he pushes the sword off of him. He musters what little strength he has to push himself up on his shoulder blades, and he puts a hand on you. And as he does, his body shakes and shivers. Blood spills out of his mouth. It is with great effort, but it's the last action he has as he looks you in the eyes. A soldier does not cry for one they lost. They fight so they do not die in vain.
Castus, you watch your father fade away from this realm. The soft aura that he had fading as his eyes turned glossy, and his mouth agape, still blood trickling from it. And the battlefield still was a maelstrom of chaos, but Castus no longer saw it. All he saw was his father. You have the sword tucked into your chest. What do you do?
Castus will kind of just like sit there for a second, staring on his knees, and then he'll grab the sword. He'll stand and he'll grab his father by the opening in his armor around the neck and drag him to the disheveled wall and lay him up against it. Make sure his eyes are closed. Kiss him on the forehead. And then, holding his sword that is too great and too much of a burden for him to carry, will drag it in one arm, just looking forward at the wall, at the mound of bodies that his father left behind, and slowly head into the city, just wildly swinging the sword every time he sees something that moves near him. Doesn't care if it's an enemy or an ally. Everything is a threat to him right now. And anything that is close to him, he takes a shot at. And most of the time, the shot doesn't even hit. But he keeps swinging and keeps moving closer into the city.
Your body almost moves on instinct. Your father's sword, an extension of your wrath, as you charged headlong into the fray. The blood-stained steel met flesh and bone, hacking through whatever stood in its way. You did not feel the exhaustion of your limbs, nor the sting of fresh wounds opening across your skin. You did not hear the dying screams around you, or the clash of steel upon steel. There was only the enemy. There was only this blind vengeance. A twisted creature lunged, its elongated limbs crackling with this purple energy, and you met it with a roar, driving your sword through its abdomen, feeling the unnatural heat radiating from its warped body. And this thing let out a guttural shriek before collapsing into a heap of dissolving flesh. Another came from your right. You sidestep with that dexterity of yours, bringing your blade down in a vicious arc that splits this skull in two. Your mind was blank, saved for the singular purpose, burning in your chest. Kill them all. And as you finish this uppercut, above you, the sky is aflame with a wild weave of threads, mirroring the battlefield with its chaos, violent and unpredictable. And for a moment, Castus, as this lightning crackles through the weave, you see two figures in the sky, and then a ginormous, deafeningly loud boom as these giant glowing threads from the heavens plummet from the sky into the earth. And you hear, before you can react, you hear another, and you feel something large wrap itself around your waist, and then with tremendous force that you cannot resist, mentally you give into this thing. You get pulled backwards into darkness. And that is where this story ends. And as you are done giving this story at the table, we're back in Dusthaven, and we're all sitting at the dinner table, all of you guys, and everyone is sitting in a in a deafening silence, and it's broken with Tubbins, and he says, "That was very crazy, my boy. That's fucking insane."
Yeah, it was a really hard time.
No, like I thought maybe you like fell and you lost your father that way, but dear gods, boy,
No, yeah, I was like right in the heart of it all.
Christ, I don't know who that is, but fuck.
You said you wanted a good story. I wasn't just gonna tell you something.
You lost your father.
Yes,
Kikas is crying.
I mean,
him, yeah.
everybody's lost somebody.
I could be your father
No,
for you.
it's okay. I'm good. I promise. Everybody's lost somebody. It's something that you get over. You work through.
Bors, you look at Castus, who has definitely processed this to some degree, but you notice a tiny tear welling up in Castus's eye, and that is where we will end the session.
Oh, wait. Let me do one thing.
Okay, fine.
He pushes the tear and then like notices that you might have seen it, and then puts like a little scoop of the mashed potatoes in a spoon, and then goes and flings it at Koa, and like hits him on the forehead, and then is like, "You got food on your face.
Fuck you!"
And then, like, you end it there.
Very nicely done. That is the end of the Book of Castus, Chapter 1.
That was good. Hey guys, we're gonna see you later.
Camera died like 30 seconds ago.
Damn.
Okay.
Yours? This one? Damn. Oh, well, hey, we're still on this one. Dawson's gone forever. He's gone.
I died.
He died. You can't hear him right now either.
Replacing it with AI.
You're replacing him with AI. Show us AI Dawson.
I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
Show us Dawson.
We're replacing him
I can't
with
do that.
with I don't know, man.
Show us.
Where am I?
Thank you for watching. Hope to see you next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Can we have like can we start doing like like the old YouTube, like the